Hey guys and gals, this is Rusty. I am here in the warehouse today, in my shop in here. We're working on various different things. But one of the things I'm working on today is really a super little game, very rare game, very cool game. Going to show it to you. It's called Upscope, and it's by Game Products. Here, let me show you. So flipping the camera around, there it is. A very tall, very narrow game. It's called Upscope by Game Products Incorporated. Game Products made one arcade game, and you're looking at it. There's no production numbers that I've found yet on Upscope, but from what I'm seeing, that there are probably less than 50 of these guys around still, and probably half of that actually work, if that many, counting this one. This one we picked up on a deal where we picked up 4 or 5 games. This guy had it. I'd never seen it before. Didn't even know what I was getting into. Made him an offer on it. It wasn't working at the time, but we pulled it out and looked at it. So right now I'm working on it. This may show up at the arcade. We had it at the NASA location of the game preserve for a short period of time, but the game just wasn't steady enough. It wasn't solid enough. It would stop working and people would get frustrated, and we don't need another broken game, right? We have enough trouble trying to keep what we have running. The 100+ games we have, where it's always a challenge. And we certainly don't need one that we know is a problem. But Upscope is really a unique looking game. It has some really nice side graphics on it. One of the things I like about this Periscope game as compared to other ones is that they had side viewer ports. Your game person stands in the front, looks through this scope, right, into the things. But most Periscope games didn't have a very easy way for someone to join in and watch. But this one does. They have viewports from each side so that they can actually look down and see what's going on with that game as they play. So let's talk about the gameplay a little bit. So you're obviously looking through this viewport, right? And the objective is you're a submarine, is to shoot those things. Now, what's cool about this game, and you can see that gameplay there, is that you're at the top of the water and you're shooting at ships, but there is what they call a sub-destroyer that comes by, and he will, if you don't shoot him into sinking, then there he is right there. See him flashing? If you don't shoot him quick enough, when he gets down to the next level, you go onto the underwater mode, and there he is. And you use torpedoes to shoot him, or he shoots you with depth charges. And that pretty much ends the game. That may have gone in and out of focus. So you have two controls down here, or actually 3. One control is you're turning the periscope back and forth, which actually turns your ship pointing different directions. And you have 2 sets of buttons. One on the left side here. This one only comes into play when you're underwater. You can see the depth gauge here on the side. Doesn't really work, it's just a pretty picture. But go up, go down to help you avoid some of the depth charges. This other side over here has 2 buttons. Looks like the other ones, and those are fire buttons. Now those 2 fire buttons work exactly the same. It doesn't matter which one you use, it will do the fire. And it has, of course, the bearing and the fire fake dials over there and show you. So basically that's your controls. You have 3 buttons. You have 4 basic controls. Left, right, with your main handles. Up and down here only when you're underwater. And this button here to fire. Both of those buttons do exactly the same thing as fire the thing. And that's all there is to this game. Now, I'm going to walk around the back here. We'll restart the video. And I want to show you. Well, let's play a game right quick. Let's play a game right quick. I think this will be the best way for me to show you the game. So we're going to add a credit. There it goes. And then we're going to press the player button. There it is. Ooh, that's really loud. back here because through here you have extra things. You have that line. Isn't that nice? And I'm terrible at this. Also, I think I have a button sticking. The steering pot is one of our problems. There we go, I hit something. Now there we go. Our sub-destroyer should be coming along here shortly. Yeah, there he goes. He's going to turn around unless I sink him. Oh, I got him. Nice. There we go. We might get a high score out of this one. The objective is, there we go, sink them all. The mines get in your way, obviously. The further away ships are the higher value ships, so you want to shoot them if possible. Did I get him? Oh yeah, nice. Uh-oh, there comes a circle. Okay, so what's fixing to happen is he's going to, there he is, that sub-destroyer, he's going to throw me underwater. What? Mission over. Oh, time ran out. So you either end by time or you end by dying. And the time is adjustable. But, as I said, the potentiometer isn't just right. There's our high score table. And there's all the boat tables. So this game is really nice. The clarity of the screen is really cool. The game is fun to play. Let's go around and look, and I'll go around the back because I really want to show you what's cool about Upscope by Game Plan. So one of the things I really like about this game is that, see, that looks weird, right? Hey, look, there I am. It's the mirror, so as we're looking from the front to the screen, you're actually looking at this mirror that's right here. And it's a one-way glass, right? So you see the mirror, you see this. I actually had a piece of material over the back so the light didn't get in so we could actually see the screen like it's supposed to. But I love this feature because it allows you to be able to reach underneath and adjust the monitor and still look at the screen when most time we're trying to figure out how to adjust from the back and see the front. This game is great. So it's really cool that it does that. So you're actually looking in a mirror at the screen coming down, which means everything on the screen is backwards because you're looking at it in a mirror. See, all the numbers are backwards because, you know, you're looking in a mirror and it's got to be flipped. Now, but that's not the most interesting thing I think about this. Oh, look where this came from. Yes, Showbiz Pizza on the West Airport Freeway in Irving, Texas. How about that? And we did pick it up here in the Houston area, by the way. But anyway, there's some funny little history to it. But here's what's really cool about this game. We get down here, and everything kind of looks almost normal. We see game boards. We see big transformer components and things. But then we see this box, and we start looking at this box, and it says Commodore, and it has the Commodore symbol. And then we look at this board over here, and the main board that it runs on, this one here, that is a Commodore Amiga computer. Yes, folks, this thing runs on a Commodore Amiga computer. Over there in the very back, you see all those things. That is plugged into the expansion port of the Commodore Amiga computer is the ROM board that then reads. So when the machine boots up, it looks in that expansion port, it sees those extra memory, loads in that memory and goes, oh, I've got a game. I'm going to do that. And it runs that. This board up here has all these different switches and lights and things on it. That is the I/O board that controls how the lights and buttons and all that works come through here. But wait, what about the how does this Amiga computer get input from the periscope, the turning of the periscope and things, and the buttons on it. Well, the Amiga computer had two joystick ports, joystick 1 and joystick 2. Well, there's joystick 1 plugged into this cable, which comes to this machine here, this little card machine, this little PC board here, which converts that the potentiometer for the twisting of the thing, it converts it into a joystick left and right, so it uses the joystick port to do that. In order to communicate to the I/O board for all the buttons and the switches and the lights and do that, it goes through this port here of the Amiga computer, which is the parallel printer port. Right, so this thing is communicating through this parallel port into this card, which then manages all those different pieces. The big fat cable back here, that is the monitor cable, and this is our power stream cable. I believe we have a couple of problems. One is I don't think the potentiometer port is working, needs to be cleaned or needs to be replaced. And then the other one is these two ports here and all these other ones, we need to get in there and put some deoxit and really clean them and get them going. But one of the very few games that are actually run a Commodore Amiga computer, we actually have two. We have a quick draw shooting game. We have a quick draw shooting game that also runs on the Commodore Amiga computer. So we actually have two video games that run on the Commodore Amiga computer, and that's really crazy. I had no idea. But that, you can see how tall this game is, right? So I'm 5'10". I'm not super tall, but still this thing's, what, a little over 6'2". So anyway, wanted everybody to show it. Oh, one other thing to show is that on each edge of the device, you really, I don't know if you can see it that well, but here are the target values. And then on the other side in that same red over there, there we go, there's the instructions. But what's interesting, it tells you to use certain instructions, but it doesn't tell you that these are the up and down buttons and these are the fire buttons. It's going to leave you to figure that out for yourself. So there you go. But anyway, cool place. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Later.